shoot. Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. There we go. Let's get some light up in here. Good morning, good morning. Where is... Oh, that's down there. All right. I hope everyone's having a great morning so far. As you guys can see, I am green. I took 5 trades this morning. I took 5 trades. 2 wins, a loss, 2 break evens. That changed things a little bit. I am not taking any counter trend divergence trades today because I want to see how I feel about it. I'm still really not knowing how I feel about it. So just kind of leave it there for now. Once the market slows down just a little bit, I will show you guys the trades that I did take. I do know for sure that I missed at least 1 trade, probably even possibly 2. Not purposely though. Just kind of getting used to my middle level being there and taking trades at it because I just put the middle level back on, I think Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So, and I haven't traded with a middle level in a very long time. I think since probably earlier this year, like way early this year or maybe late last year. I don't remember. But either way, so just not used to it being there. Let's see. $70.25. All right. Good morning, Online Safety. Good morning, Janelle. Yes. Looking just a little green. I did lose my last trade. It was one of the trying to start a new minor trend trades, which I know when I looked at the way that I normally used to trade it, when I looked at the volume like that, I wouldn't have never taken it. So I'll just have to probably go back through those particular trades to see exactly where I want that point of control to be. Or it could just be one of those, you just lost the trade, which is fine too. Right after I lost that trade though, it would have been replaced with a win, but I'm just not used to my middle level being there. So that was kind of on me, but it's all good, all good. Still trying to figure out, I do still have the trend magic, the Trade Devils trend magic on my entry chart, but I'm still trying to figure out if I actually need it there or not, because I do know that there are some of those inside start of a new minor trend trades that do happen early because of it. I'm able to get into it, so I'm still not sure, but we'll see if I end up removing it or not. But aside from that, that's really the only way that I'm using it right now. So all right, I don't want to take that like that. But yeah, just getting used to certain levels being on my chart again, getting used to really not having to pay so much attention to volume, like having to basically check like 6 different points of interest every time I'm ready to get into a trade. And I say 6 different points because I have to look at the total volume of swing A, B, and C. So that's 3. And then I have to look at the volume of each of those reversal candles. So that adds another 3. And then also looking at the different levels that the previous bar hit, the current bar is hitting, that just was a lot. So not having to look at those things anymore, it's going to be nice. It is, I'm not going to lie. But it's just a matter of me getting used to it again. So just getting used to, oh, wait a minute. Major levels there. I'm really going to only sit out of trades where I'm like iffy on, like super iffy on, just based on different things. Like right now it pulled back. Well, now it pulled back too far, so I'm good there. I was initially kind of iffy on this reversal where the outside bar happened. So but yeah, as soon as we get a little slow up in the market, probably like around 9:30, actually right before natural gas, since I have to sit out a minute before up to a minute after, I'll show you guys all the trades that I took before I got on the stream. That way you guys can see it, and I'll tell you guys like my thought process with each one of them, and then we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, definitely way better movement this morning. I think my first trade was actually right at 8:30, and I actually broke even out of it, and I shouldn't have. And I'll tell you guys about that when I show you. So I had a trade at 8:30, 8:31, 8:33, 8:50, 8:52, and actually, you know what? Was news? No, yeah, news was at, it was medium impact. So yeah, I should have taken the trade right after then. All right, so this was a trade that I didn't miss. I literally just sat out of it because I was only iffy about how we're in this zone, right? However, because we already, like, the zone is not necessarily old, but you can see that we touched the zone a couple of times. So we rejected there. So this is the initial time it tried to rotate into the zone to change the bias. And we tested a couple times. This would be the second time that it rotated in there. So I wanted to just kind of see if I needed to go back to kind of trading it that way, where if it rotates on like that initial time we're trying to change the bias, not to trade it then, unless the point of control is above the green line, because that lets me know that most of the volume in that reversal candle was already in the zone to try to go ahead and push it, versus the point of control being somewhere below it. So that was definitely another win right there, which is cool. Now the overall trend bias is an uptrend. Again, I'm not going to take complete counter trend divergence right now. It's probably going to take me at least like a week of trading this way before I kind of figure out how I want to trade that way. So yeah. All right. We've pushed down. Yeah, but if I can just end the day break even or a little bit green, that'll be cool with me. As long as I can kind of quantify some of these losses too, that's cool. But you guys know we're experimenting, so. Now the question is, do we have to break even once we hit the major resistance level? Because that is the top of a zone. So we would be trying to push into a zone. And it looks like, yeah, I might have to. All right, so that's cool. So we rejected off of the first of all, the prior high is there and there's a major resistance level there. So normally I don't really care to, like, if this was a support level, yeah, go ahead and break even because there's a chance that we'll reject. But it looks like I also need to just get out anyway, just because of it being the major resistance level. So maybe the regular resistance levels and support levels I don't have to worry about, but we'll see. It's all about experimentation. Now, with this particular trade, right, and this is why I do still have the trend magic on my left chart that you guys can't see. The trend magic is like right here in this bar. And what I don't like to do when we're reacting off of a level is go through, at least the minor one, is go through the body of the entry candle. So obviously the solar wind went through the wick, right? But the trend magic is here. So that went through the body. So that's another reason why I want to keep it on my charts for now, because I want to end up seeing if I need to keep the trend magic on there, or is there something else with that particular trade where I can, you know, quantify it and just not end up trading it. But I might have to keep it there just for that purpose, but we'll see. We will see. All right. Good morning, motivational. Good morning from Brazil. Welcome. You're Carlos, I'm KeAmber. This reversal is definitely iffy, yeah. Good morning, Amelia, how are you? Good morning. I was on time. So where's Trenches? See, Trenches ain't on time this morning, but he want to talk about me being on time all week. But yeah, I know, I feel like that was, no, maybe that was the trade from yesterday. The trade from yesterday, there was a regular reversal that started with a double bottom, and I was getting into a buy. And I know when I looked this morning, because I didn't go back and back test yesterday's data. Why didn't I do? Oh, I didn't do it right after the stream because I remember that my zigzag and everything was off. So I like to just wait till after midnight. But I was so tired yesterday, y'all. It was no way. It was no way. So I do need to go back and do that. I don't know if I'm going to do it today or not, but I might. But I know that I didn't really miss very many trades yesterday either. So I don't know. Where did I do that? No. Hold on. I need to go back to yesterday. I remember it was 10 something. And I remember it started with a double bottom. It's this one right here. So body, maybe quick. So it'll just be like really small things like that that I need to kind of pay attention to. All right, got too big of a push there. Green. Definitely no buys in this area because the prior high is right there. All right, well, we pushed down a little bit more. $8.86. Oh no. We gotta break even because the major resistance level is there. So that's cool. Overslept for my other job 45 minutes. I haven't done that in years. Honey, if I told you how much sleep I got last night, you would think I was a cuckoo bird for even being on time. You'd be like, how is you on time today? But you ain't on time when you get sleep. Yeah. I didn't really sleep that well the previous night already anyway. And we got a lot going on here. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to consolidate just a little bit around here. Maybe we'll just push down instead, which will be even better, honestly. I don't want to see it consolidate. But anyway, so I was like super tired yesterday, and like I got off the game around 12:30 in the morning because I was just so tired. Like I played one more, I was like, y'all, I got one more 2K game in me. I am falling asleep. Like the 10 seconds we have between quarters, I was laying my head down. At halftime, I was laying my head down. I was so tired. So then I ended up getting off the game. And, you know, by the time you get up, put stuff in the kitchen, go brush your teeth, that kind of thing, you kind of get that little boost of energy. And then I was talking to my best friend until like freaking, I don't even know what time. I feel like 5 something. I just know I didn't go to sleep until 6 something. Yeah. So tired, sleepy is an understatement. Now I'm over here thinking about all the things that I had planned today, like washing my hair, you know, those kind of things. And I'm like, what's more important than a nap? Because right now, the nap is looking real great. So I don't know what I'm going to do today. I do know I still want to go walking. Well, not go walking, but go walk on my treadmill downstairs just for 10 minutes on an incline. And that's probably it. Do that, shower, and just take a nap. I can wash my hair tomorrow. I ain't got no energy. But sometimes by the time I get off the stream, because I've been forced to stay awake and concentrate on things and my brain is just going, I can sometimes end up just getting enough of a boost of energy where I'm like, no, I'll just get some good sleep tonight. So we'll see. We will see. This zone right here is where we change the bias to an uptrend. Oh, I got an earache. But as soon as we clear this support level, then I'll just be removing it because, well, not really removing it, but just pushing it down a little bit lower. All right, so what are we? Negative 116. All right, we'll see if we got enough price action to kind of bring that back. Oh, I forgot. That's what I was looking for. Oh, that's real? Oh, baby. Where'd that thing go? Oh, please. Click add to the left of the property number to place it in your cart. Properties with a P. These are properties sent to the state for safekeeping as required by law. There are 2 methods for filing your claim. If your claim is eligible, you'll be given an option to file electronically after you've entered the requested information for your claim. Oh, wait a minute. Claim my property, please. All right. Bring this down. Wasn't interested in this reversal here. It's me. Continue as a guest. You may be eligible to file your claim electronically if you are the only owner. Alright, zigzag is green. Some properties such as cannot be claimed online because they require additional proof of ownership. Probably have to do a physical claim. We'll see. Complete and sign the claim affirmation form on the reverse side of this letter. Provide a copy of your driver's license that shows your current address. Provide verification of your social security number and notarize the claim affirmation form. Mail the documents once you sign and required. All right, let's see. All right, that's not what I was looking for. Plus, we'll see if this level holds as a resistance level or if it ends up being support and we push back up. But wasn't interested in this because the point of control was here, like in the wick, and I wanted it to be above this level. Good morning, Granny. I have to wash my hair tonight because I have a cut and color tomorrow. It's nasty. Yes, please wash your hair. Price action is much better today, but I'm done for the day keeping your profits. I feel you. End the day green, and you ended the day green early at that. I do want to, so what I'm probably going to do is this. Well, first of all, the goal is to at least be break even for this week, considering I did make some pretty big changes for the better, though. I do honestly believe that this is going to be for the better for me. But of course, in doing that, I'm going to have to do a little bit more back testing too. So I just want to complete the week of April 22nd, do that particular week, because then I'll have 3 weeks of data. I already back tested last week before I came into this week. Then I'll have this week's worth of data, and then I want to back test that particular week. And I think honestly from there, that'll be enough because again, I haven't changed my setups. I just changed the way I'm trading the setups, if that makes sense. So this is not like it's something completely new per se. So I would feel pretty comfortable, especially if I end up being break even for the week, which, what was that? Monday I was down $100, Tuesday $6, so that's negative 106. Yesterday was $87, so that's negative like $27. So we're about like negative $140 for the week right now. I'll take that. That's cool. I can definitely take that one. I am already noticing that even though I don't really have to worry right now about trades that and I'm saying that as it's setting up right now, I don't think that I want to take trades that are going back towards, well, no, this one's a little bit different though. I was going to say going back towards the sell rotation levels, the set buy and sell rotation levels like this. This one's a little bit different. This one's a little bit different. But at least like I think it's more so for Wait, I don't think I like the color change. Yeah, no color change. I think it's more so for my regular pullbacks, because now with the regular pullbacks, I can trade going back towards different levels. But I don't think that I like it going back towards a rotation level though. And then same thing when I am getting into the trades where I'm trying to get into the early start of a new trend. I don't like the previous bar touching the rotation levels there either. But I think those are the only times where I need to pay attention to that. So far, that's what it looks like. All right, that is a little different now. We've pushed away. So see if we reject here. We rejected, but not the way that I wanted to. Point of control is too high, and there's the loss there. Point of control was in the wick, and I wanted it to be in the body of that candle. No buys here. Obviously, we're going back towards a resistance level, so so now we're in the change bias zone again. Painted a new one. Still was higher than I wanted it to be. Yeah, I feel way less stressed trading this way, so hopefully I can make it do what it do. But I think I will be able to, so I need to show this to my mom. Oh my god, I almost hit the end stream button. Alright, no sell there. We're reacting off of a buy rotation level. I'm so sore, and my stupid self did not stretch last night. Like the dumb that I am. Alright, we broke the zone. See if we actually continue the uptrend, which it looks like we should, considering when we changed to a downtrend, we didn't really do much there. It was almost an immediate rejection. We reacted for a little bit, but then that was that. All right, so I'm gonna sit out of this one. If this rejects in this particular candle, I'm gonna sit out because the price is reacting off of the zone, which is fine. We're wicking here, which is fine, but the trend magic is right here, which would put it through the body of the candle. So, and it looks like it's starting to reject anyway, so it won't really matter. But that's the trade that I lost earlier, like not too long ago. So because I already had like a feeling about that particular type of trading, I'm just gonna sit out if it does set up that way. All right, I gotta mute YouTube because I can't think. All right, so we did just have a full rejection, so it's all good. What did he do? Oh, looks like he probably got into... No, he got into buys. Did y'all see the drama surrounding Patrick having 21 PAs? There is, okay, so that always follows. I was gonna say, I hope you don't put me into that trade because that order was definitely supposed to cancel already. I don't even know how I wasn't filled though. Oh. Yeah, I should have been filled there. That's that lag with the data submission though. It's very fucking annoying. Oh, I forgot. Y'all can see over there. I forgot I put this. Okay, so order was placed here, right? Because I'm always placed one tick beyond the close of the bar. But obviously, because of the data submission lag, I wasn't filled because we came back and hit it twice. See? And there was like 200 orders in this candle, another like 57 there. So I definitely, and based on time as well, I should have been filled, but, and that would have been a full win as soon as we got here. So you see 19. So anytime there's 19 bars on this indicator, when it shows 19, that's a full take profit for me. So for that one, all right. Yeah. I saw it and laughed. Good morning, Traderist Chick. Good morning, good morning. How are you this morning? You saw it and laughed, so it was just Photoshop. I could see it accidentally happening, but wasn't sure what was the truth with him. He's full of it. Oh, it was Photoshopped? Y'all, please don't tell me that. I mean, I already don't have that much respect for him. But please tell me y'all playing. Are y'all for real? Please tell me y'all playing. Because they were trying to figure out, like, oh, that's not him. They were trying to figure out how the system didn't catch it, because I guess the system's not supposed to even allow you to do that. Hanging in there, pushing green vibes your way. Thank you, thank you. I actually started off really, really strong this morning. I started off being up. Let me see. My first trade was a break even. The second trade was a break even. Now, one of them I was not supposed to break even on, but because it didn't follow my new rules, but it followed my old rules, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, probably like right at 10 o'clock, because that's when the markets should slow down enough for me to show y'all. I went ahead and I broke even, but based on how often that set up my old way, and it worked out even when the volume didn't look the way I wanted it to on my old way that I was trading it, I should have probably stayed in it. So yeah, 2 break evens, then 2 wins, and then I lost 3 in a row, and then had a break even from there. I did for sure miss out on one trade that was a full take profit, which I would have been break even at this point. So yeah, just a little hoopla right now. All right, so I am looking to buy on this reversal as long as the point of control stays above 550. So we'll see what happens. That's what I hear, but don't know if that was the real deal. If it really was photoshopped, I wouldn't be surprised with him. People like that are annoying, because if you did Photoshop it, what would be your purpose? Because all you're doing is playing into people thinking that if you're an influencer of a certain status that you get to do things that other people don't, you know? Like, don't even play into that. Are we gonna get a rejection here, or are we gonna continue with the uptrend? All right, we got the rejection. If it's not Photoshop, I still think he's gross. Janelle, I mean, you're here. Good morning, Rio. How are you this morning? That is an interesting person. Very interesting. I pulled back too far for now, but I'm cool with it pulling back a little bit further. Not here though. I don't want it to be here. I want the rejection to be above 879, but I don't want it to be right here. It's just a real deep pullback, but the overall trend bias is an uptrend, and now we pull back too far. So now we wait. I'm gonna move this zone down. Well, technically it shouldn't be moved just yet. Technically, because it didn't break this level just yet. So I'll put it back until then. All right, I think we've slowed down enough for me to show you guys the trades that I took earlier. Maybe not. Oh yeah, no. I think we're good here. All right, so let me switch to global. Let's take a stroll down memory lane for this morning. All right, so you guys know that we had high impact news at 8:45 this morning. So that impacted how much I was able to trade because I stopped 7 minutes before high impact news events. So I basically only really had 8 minutes to trade this morning before I had to stop. So actually, let's not do it this way because it's gonna drive me crazy. I'd rather just do it over here. I'm gonna do it over there so I can still look at the current charts, at least in case I need to take a trade. But anyway, all right. So is this on the right thing? I think it's not. It's not. I'm like, where the hell is the damn trade? Wrong account. I forgot it was still showing sim over there. All right, so here's the first trade that I took, and this is the trade that I broke even. So this is the one where I broke even because the point of control wasn't necessarily where I wanted it to be. However, we were rotating over a sell rotation level. The old way that I used to trade, my strategy before we switched this week to experimenting was that as long as my minor trend color didn't change in the process, which it didn't, you could see all red bars, that if we rotated on a buy or sell rotation level, so it had to be a sell rotation for a sell and a buy rotation for a buy, that the trade was still valid. Well, I didn't know if that was still going to be a thing with this new way of me trading with the point of control. So that's why I ended up breaking even. But this would have been a full win had I stayed in it. And so just knowing how often trading that way with my old way still worked, I'm going to kind of bring that forward to the new way of trading with just the point of control. So that was the first trade. Here's the second trade here that was a break even. Okay. And that wasn't a manual break even. The trade just broke even. So then moving forward, here was the next trade. So this was just an alternate divergence trade, but the overall trend bias was a sell at the time. So I went ahead and I got into that trade, and that one won. And this is where I was saying, like, I think that I only need to manually break even when we hit a major support or resistance level, even if, like, so for here, this is a regular resistance level. You could tell by the way it's dotted. My major support and resistance levels are squares. So that's how I tell the difference. So in this particular sale, we pushed literally right through, versus the other trade that I'm going to show you where, you know, we rejected off of the major one, because the major support and resistance creates a zone per this particular indicator. So that's why I think it's really important that I go ahead and break even there. All right, so moving on, trying to find the next trade. So here's the next trade that I won, as you guys can see. Again, alternate divergence trade, just a bigger pullback of the major trend. We did the previous bar reacted off of the major resistance level, which was fine. And then we pushed straight on down. So this is the first trade that I lost, and this is the one where obviously I'm getting into a buy, but the minor trend is showing me that we're in a sell. This is one of the ones where I'm attempting to get in early for the reversal up. And historically speaking, with the way that I was trading before, this is one of the best setups that I had, honestly, aside from just the regular pullbacks and the alternate pullbacks or whatever. So I just want to see if there's any way that I need to quantify like where exactly I want the point of control to be. Maybe I want it in the body of the candle. Maybe I want it in the wick. I'm not really sure just yet. So that's just something that I have to pay attention to. Or it could just be that, hey, this was just a loss and it just is what it is. Now, right after that, there was a rejection here that I actually should have gotten into this sale, and I just wasn't paying attention, honestly, because again, it was a rejection at my middle level, which I'm not even used to being there. So that was that. And then I believe all the other trades I definitely took on stream, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure. Yeah. And see, this one is the one where we rejected off of the major resistance level and had the immediate rejection, and that was that. So again, because it does create like the top of a zone, I'm not surprised that it rejects there, and I probably need to just start trading that accordingly. And then you guys saw all the other trades, so that was that. All right, I am looking for a sale right here. If we reject here, let me get back on track. I'm looking for a rejection here, but we'll see what happens. It's trying. We came one tick from closing that bar. All right, there it goes there. We do got a zigzag change, but right now we don't have any rules to break even with zigzag changes. One more tick and it'll move the stop to break even. As long as we can push through this prime low. We got to break even though. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, I think the only time I'm going to really need to break even with zigzag changes is probably going to be probably when I'm going back towards a session high or low. And of course, any type of divergence, even if I don't continue with the counter trend divergence, if I have like the bigger pullbacks into the overall trend bias or whatever, in the direction of the overall trend bias, I probably will continue to break even there as well. I'm trying to think what else. I think those might be the only times. And then Of course, like I said, hitting the major support or resistance levels will be a thing as well. Can we get a full take profit? Come on now. That one stopped me out to the tick. We got the break even to the tick there. And hold on. Sorry. I didn't realize this was still on my sim account too. All right, so y'all can see got stopped out legit to the tick on the break even and just pushed. Thanks a lot, market. Thanks a lot, market. Good morning, Lisa. How are you this morning? Apex didn't reset my accounts with all the rhythmic stuff yesterday. Well, remember, I only traded the one account and I was actually positive, so. And I didn't trade at the time where it was issues because they only restored if you took trades between 2 and 2:30, I believe, which kind of sucks because there are people, like people were reporting stuff way earlier than that, obviously, right? And also there are some people who were still having issues like 5 minutes out of that time frame. So I think that kind of sucks, but what can you do? What can you do? All right, point of control moved too far down here. But yeah, so of course I didn't trade during that time frame. I do still want to figure out how I want to trade divergence, but for now, I really just can't figure it the hell out. For now. And for me, honestly, if I'm getting enough trades without having to trade divergence, I'm cool with not trading it for real. All right, so that was a full win there though. All right, so I sat out of this for the reason why, with me losing that one trade earlier where I'm like, I told you guys, I don't know if I want the trend magic to still be here or not. So the trend magic was going through the body of this candle. It's where my yellow line is right now. I lost this way earlier and I already kind of had a hunch about not trading that way because I don't know if I want to take it off my charts or not. So that's why I went ahead and I sat out of it. But it won. So we would have basically kind of been break even with that particular setup there. So, yeah, I don't know. And we got a no fill there. I'm trying to figure out how bad is this data submission lag because 22,398. This is one of the things that I hate about my entries being so precise though, is missing out on trades like this because from the close of this bar, the close of this bar was 22.398 seconds. And this bar where I should have gotten filled was 22.963. So that 0.6 seconds kind of screwed me a little bit. Kind of just a little bit. All right, this is the second week pullback, so I'm not gonna trade this because it's the second week pullback after a new low has been made, so there is a chance that we can start to reverse back up for a short period of time. So I'll just sit out for now. Wasn't sure with all the drama. Just so much drama. Y'all, I tried so hard to get through all of my messages on Discord, and I still ain't even close. I now have like, I started off with 45. I'm down to about 30. Yeah, see, got a higher low. All right, we pushed through the double bottom creation, so maybe we can continue going. Good morning, True Seeker. How are you? Missed all the trades today with answering questions for the job. That sucks. 0.6 seconds in NQ could be 100 points. I'm telling you. But yeah, that's the only thing I hate about the way that I trade with the wrinkle bars and getting in at the reversals and stuff, is that I do have those times where I'm just not filled and it freaking sucks. Oh, you know what? I need to make sure I write on the chart. Because wasn't there another time I wasn't filled? I feel like there was. Was it this one? No, it wasn't that one. Is that zigzag green? Yeah. All right, wait, because I need to make sure. I remember it was a buy, right? Yeah, all right here. So that's two trades where I didn't get filled, and I should have been filled. All right, so we got about an hour left. You're good, good, good. Good morning, Trenches. ES was a better trade today with the rejection of 5350 level. How do you look at that mess? How? Yes, I'm doing well, True Seeker. Just trying to figure out what little tweaks I probably need to make to this new way of trading, and I'm gonna be good to go. Because I can tell you guys, even though I'm a little bit negative for the week so far, I am very happy with trading this way versus the other one. I promise you I am. I promise you. All right, how far back are we gonna pull back? All right, that's too far for me. I wanted to more so see a rejection like around 818.25. Okay, now we've pushed back far enough. But yeah, once I know that the tweaks that I'm going to have to make to this are going to be so minor compared to all the tweaks that I had to make the other way that I was trading. That's why I won't be surprised if by the end of this week, well, like by the weekend, with me just back testing one more week of data, I wouldn't be surprised if I have enough to know how I want to do stuff. But we'll see. All right, point of control moved up too high. I want to see a rejection before 838.50, but it looks like we're going there. Because every time I call out a number, we go. We go right there. All right, that's there. Now I could still take it with the rejecting here, but did that change to, oh, it did change to green. Okay. So I could still take it. Where's the open here? 841. Let's see if we got enough to hold. Actually, well, nope, we don't. All right. So one thing I am still trying to figure out is if I want to, my only problem with this trade, right, is that the old way that I used to trade this, with us reacting going back towards this new session high or session low, is I wanted more volume to be in this candle than what it was. But again, we're experimenting, so we'll just continue to take every trade so I have the data for it. There's one other thing that so the point of control was right at the open of this candle, right? And I don't really know exactly if I want the point of control to be in a certain place when we're trading at the pivot level, the middle pivot level. So I'll just kind of have to see with that, because I don't believe, hold please. Because I kind of feel like I might possibly need the point of control to be at a certain place when it comes to the middle pivot level. But I'm not quite sure. And the thing is, we don't really trade there that often. So it's kind of hard to tell, at least for now. Like, I would have to go through so much data just to figure out how I want it to react at the middle pivot level. Okay, see, like that trade, we closed on the middle pivot level, but it just wasn't a valid trade for me anyway. So I can't even use that at all. Yeah, I just don't know how I feel about that pivot level right there. That's all. All right. Can I ask why I decided to? Why you did or why I did? Good morning, Sue Trades. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. Full disclosure, I haven't used Quantower in years. I've never used Quantower. True Seeker, I think you were asking why I decided to go with Rinko charts, and for me, it's because I've traded time-based charts. The only time-based chart that I preferred was the 2-minute Heikin-Ashi charts. But I've traded hour charts, 4-hour, 5-minute, 10-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute, different seconds. I've traded tick-based charts, which I've traded the 500,000, 2,000, and then some of the fib numbers like 2097, like those kind of things. I've done that as well. I was first introduced to Rinkos 10 years ago when I first started learning how to trade, and that just was always my preferred way of trading. The only thing with Rinkos is you have to find the perfect Rinko setting for what you're trying to do and how you're trying to trade the market. But I feel like that's the same thing with any other type of chart. You know, some people like a 3-minute, some people like a 1, that kind of thing. And then of course when you talk about tick based charts, that's when people get real custom with certain stuff. But yeah, I think that's pretty much why. I just always preferred it because for me, it's pure price action. I can't not know what where the lower high is or where the higher low is and things like that. So that's why I prefer it. I can get way more precise entries as well, which is what I prefer too, because trying to get a pretty precise entry on a time-based or tick-based chart, I don't feel like it's, not to say that it's not possible, but a lot of times my trade is not in drawdown for very much, right? Unless it just ends up being a loss. But in a trade that's actually going in my direction, I don't really have a whole lot of drawdown, which is my preference as well. Why is this so far behind? Is that thing on global? No. I don't know why it stopped scrolling, sorry. She's running back up, yeah. So I did already tell myself I didn't really want to trade these alternate pullbacks, which is why I didn't get into this trade, but it was definitely a great trade. It was a full win. But yeah, so far I'm not really liking them. It could also be that maybe with that particular trade, I need the point of control to like be in the body of the candle versus a wick, you know, those kind of things. So I am still going to write those trades down because I'll more so probably add it back to my arsenal, because any type of pullback that's going in the direction of the trend, those are typically the best setups, obviously, right? However, they do have to be traded a certain way. All right, so we had a push off of the major resistance level up there. So I'm looking for a pullback for the sell if I decide to get into that. But yeah, that's why I chose Rincos. He's so annoying. Just push low enough for me to feel comfortable with the sell. My major level's right here, so let's see if we can not get a rejection here and push through. All right, we got to break even at least, so. Can we get a full win? Don't give me another break even. I've had enough break evens for the day. There's the break even. Oh, I do not like where that entry is. If we get back up, I wanted to break even. I don't think we will though. We rejected pretty hard right there. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do some of these trades at my major level. This was a rejection off of my major level back here. All right, well, at least I got the break even. But when I write those kind of trades in, I write it in as a loss. even though I was able to, well, I write it down as a break even because that's what it was, but I'll put in parentheses that it was a loss so I can see if there's any way to kind of avoid that in the future. But anytime my entry is that far into the candle, that's letting me know that there's way too much pressure from the opposite end. And if I can break even, I do. Now, based on the trend magic that I still have on my charts over here, I wouldn't have taken that. But I told you guys I'm thinking about taking it off my charts. So I want to take trades based on it not being there. But when I journal it, I'll just write in like that particular thing so that I know that that is a possibility. I need to keep it on the chart. We're at 216. Okay. Alright, so that didn't, I wasn't interested in that trade. What I really want to see is us to break out of this zone and just trade above again. We've traded above momentarily earlier because that's how I ended up losing the one sale that came and hit this level and rejected and went up. But I really just want to see price go back up there, or at least reject to the downside below like 850 and trade there. So one of the two. Either one. But I am definitely happy with the price action today. It's just a couple little kinks we gotta work out. It's over here. How do I deal with that part though? Fill would be there. So good call on my end to not get into that. Okay. my old way of trading, I actually would have entered that trade. And it almost was valid with the new way that I'm trading, but this middle level being right here caused me to not get into it because the point of control was between these two levels. So it would have made the most sense for it to be below both of the levels since we're rotating over both of them. So it was a good call on my end to not get into it. However, probably could have gotten into this one though. I wasn't really paying attention. That would have been a full win. But yeah, I don't know about that uptrend right there. I don't think I liked that one. That's a little different because that is close 8. Hanging out in Toronto. Toronto's on your bucket list? I've never been to Canada before. Market, what are you going to do? If I can just get one more trade in before I get off, that would be nice. Only if it's a win though. If it's gonna lose, don't sit up, please. I want to stay below 250. Can we just trade like around the 905 area? That's what I would like to see. Definitely got some good trades in today. A little bit to learn from too. I haven't had 13 trades in one session in a long time. Long time. But I did notice that like when I back tested this way of trading, when I back tested this weekend looking at last week's data, I would have definitely had a lot of trades in last week. I think I told you guys, I think it was like, was it 56 trades for the week? So that's not bad at all. But that's why I want to finish the back test for the week of April 22nd, since that was the week before FOMC, and I told you guys that's usually when I have the most setups trading this way, even with my old way of trading. So I'm really curious to see like how many trades on average I would get per day for that week, and then total for the week. And depending on how I feel today, I might try to finish that back test today, just because I know it'll be so much data for me to be able to quantify and figure out any minor tweaks that need to be made. But like I said earlier, I don't see myself having to make too many tweaks with this way. So it'll just be minor stuff like, all right, if a pullback starts with a double top or double bottom, do I need the point of control to be in a certain area, whether it's the wick of the entry bar or the body? Trying to figure out how I want to trade the middle pivot level, just little things like that. Most of everything else I've kind of already figured out because nothing really changed, but I basically am able to take way more setups than I was before, and that's the goal. The goal is to be able to have a lot of trades in a slower week and a lot of trades in a great week as well, as far as price action goes. So can't really do anything right here though, because we are at the major resistance level, so I'll need it to just pull away a little bit, and the prior high is behind it. So when I'm doing like regular pullbacks, right, and we're at a resistance level, I'm still okay with taking the buys, but I did notice that the point of control needs to be above the level. So like, let's say for instance here, this was an invalid trade only because number one, it's an alternate pullback since we started with a lower low, but also because the prior low is there as well. So let's just pretend like the prior low is not there. One of the things that I noticed is that if I'm taking a buy and we're rotating over a resistance level, I can take the trade. However, the point of control needs to be above that resistance level. It makes sense, right? Because if the point of control is where the majority of the volume is inside of the candle, if the majority of people bought here, that means that we might not have enough to push us through this resistance level, right? Even though I'm getting in at the close of the bar, so I'm getting in once we have already passed the resistance level, I just want to see the majority of the volume above that level. I did already notice that. So because of the way that I'm trading with it and not paying attention to so many different variables, because before, all of the adjustments that I've been making to this volume-based strategy over the last 4 months, and actually I can't even say 4 months, because I switched to the 16 tick chart the week of March 11th. So really 2 months, but we started looking at volume-based 4 months ago. Well, it took so long for me to make different tweaks because there was so many different variables, right? Because again, I was looking at the volume of 3 different swings, the volume of 3 different reversal bars, looking at how, like, the point B, did it react off of something? Okay, now I want the volume to look like this only because it's reacting off of something. Did we start with a double bottom or double top for the reversal? If so, I want the volume to look like this. Did the minor trend change like here? Where is it? Where are we at? Did the minor trend change like here? So I just call it a color change, but you know, if we got a color change, that's a totally different thing. So now that I'm not really having to pay attention to so much because there aren't as many variables, that's why I feel like I'll be able to make whatever adjustments that need to be made and just kind of go from there. Of course, over time, as I continue to collect more data, there might be more things that I pay attention to. But for the most part, I think it'll be pretty easy for me to figure things out. The only thing that's going to take a while is me trying to figure out if I want to continue taking counter trend divergence trades or not. So far, it's looking like no, which is fine. I mean, they always say the trend is your friend, right? So I'm still able to take divergence trades. I just won't take complete counter trend, which is absolutely fine. That's cool. But I can say that based on my trade journal, the way that I was trading divergence, the way that I was before, it was a pretty good way of trading. So it could be something where I stick to the point of control for all my other setups except divergence, counter trend divergence, and I will just go back to trading the way I was trading counter trend divergence. That could be a thing. I don't really know. So we'll just kind of see. But for now, I definitely don't see any consistency with trading the counter trend divergence and only paying attention to the point of control. So we'll see. I'm short, but in drawdown, so I'll quit for the day if stopped out, so I can end the day green. Where's your stop loss? Where's your entry and where's your stop loss? We're kind of getting away from the major resistance level, so that's good because that's the only way that I can really get into buys right now. We still got 30 minutes, so okay, Nutty made some of his loss back. That's good. Let's see, 882 for the entry, 917. $882 to 917. Got a little bit of room to be able to push back down if it does, especially if it reacts off of the middle VWAP level. It's definitely trying to create an uptrend structure here. Let's see. Alright, point of control moved where I don't want it to be. Oh, I see where, okay. I see where your stop loss is based on the 5 minute. Well, I don't know if you use a 5 minute chart, but based on the 5 minute chart, I see where your stop loss is and why. So here's a trade where the trend magic is going through the body. So I'm gonna sit out. I'm already down 216 and I'm already really iffy about that, so we'll just sit out of it. Media zigzag change. So I might not need to care about it. Let's see if this ends up in a break even though. That's gonna close. All right. Could have been other factors in the little bit of back test that I did. It could have been other factors with that made it where I don't like it. But it's definitely looking like I don't need to care about it. Oh, wait a minute. So looking for another pullback. All right, I can see where that. I just gotta figure out if I take it off, how can I quantify that? It's my only issue. So I really just need to spend a little bit of time today if I'm not too tired to do it. Trying to figure out, like, if I go through the little back test that I did do and I look at the trades that include something about the trend magic invalidating the trade, trying to figure out if there's a different component in that trade to invalidate it, and kind of going from there. Now I know for sure. Now where the hell is that data at? Oh, here we go. Okay. It doesn't matter there. It doesn't, oh wait. But it does matter here. have to figure that out. All right. Yeah, so it's a couple of things that I definitely want to look at. If I don't look at it today or even tomorrow, I'm definitely going to spend this weekend looking over stuff because I'm going to have a lot of time. My last couple of weekends were kind of filled with stuff. Like last weekend, I was helping my cousin move. The previous weekend, the baby had a birthday party, you know, just different things like that. So I'm going to have a lot of time to look at things this weekend. So I might even do a back test of a whole month's worth of data and do it in my Excel sheet, which I don't want to, just so it's a lot easier for me to go through the data and kind of figure things out or whatever. So, yeah. See if we got enough to push through. Maybe not. No. Let's see. And see, this would be a normal trade that I would even take on my other way that I take trades. So only thing I don't like is how this is what I call a pin bar, where we literally hit the minor level to the tick and reversed. I was taking trades this way still for a while, but I don't know if I want to continue to now with this way of trading. I don't know. But like I said, I was already taking trades this way. Like the volume pattern looked the way that I wanted it to, even with the old style of trading. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just not get into pin bars, which is fine. I can't say. So yeah, I still have like $460 in this account, so I'm not too worried about it. And then you guys know I have the other 50K that I got like $700 of drawdown left in. So depending on how tomorrow goes, I might and also if I complete the back test, which I should. But if I don't, I'll probably just use that second 50K next week to just experiment for a second week and just kind of leave it at that. We'll see. All right, now that never went where I wanted it to go, so no sell there. This would just be attempting to get into the swing down early, but the point of control wasn't where I wanted it to be, so I see something real quick. I feel like it must have been a trade that I actually took this week. Yeah, it is. Body, that's going through the body, but I don't want that one anyway. But I really think I'm not liking. I actually think I already see a alright, that one doesn't count. I think I already see a pattern with a particular, that doesn't count. Yeah, I might just backtest today. I think I got enough energy. We'll see. Who knows? By the time I finish journaling, I might just lose all the little energy that I do have. And since this account needs to fail by the 1st anyway, that's why I'm not worried about it. That's why I'm also not worried about the other account, because it needs to fail by the 5th so that I can get the free reset. But I am a little bit more inclined to finish this particular backtest because I don't have to be like as detailed as I do with the other way that I was trading. So I feel like completing the backtest will be so much easier and so much faster. And that's why I'm kind of like, let's just get it done. But who knows how my attitude will be later on because I am so tired. And 5. Any entries this late in the day? So far, well, I did just take an entry right here. Didn't really have enough steam to continue pushing up though. Tried to take this trade there. But I am still like, I don't know. Like, do I want to continue trading after 10:30? Y'all know how I feel about after 10 period, but especially after 10:30. So that's something else that I will look at, because 10 to 10:30 is not like the worst, but I feel like things just slow down so much after 10:30 that I just don't know if it's worth trading anymore. I don't necessarily want to stop at 10, but if statistically speaking the data shows me that, hey, we could just stop after 10, then guess what I'm gonna do? Stop at 10. More time for me to do what I really want to do. Let's see, 3. Let's see. I'm just looking at the backtest data that I have so far. There's not a whole lot of trades so far that happen after 10:30. So yeah, we'll see. That might be a thing that I stopped doing, but we'll see over time though. I don't want to make a call on it now, but y'all know how I've been feeling about trading this late in the day. Because if I'm only going to get a couple of valid setups each week, well, why am I adding an extra, 2.5 hours to my trading for the week when I could just trade for 10 hours a week and go on about my business? All right, that point of control didn't end up where I wanted it to be. But that's something also where if I go ahead and do the back test and put it in Excel, it's so easy to quantify certain things when I'm putting things into Excel. So I'm probably, that's going to be my goal, is to really do this particular back test in Excel though. And the goal is to finish that by Sunday. Good morning, MJ Green. How are you this morning? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, so the back test that I do this weekend definitely will be done in Excel. So like here, right? This is a third type of pullback that I trade. And I didn't take it because the point of control was underneath this trend vector is what it's called. It was underneath, and you could see that because it was underneath, we ended up getting a wick out on the next bar, which would have given me a loss. And who knows how far it goes from here, but that's one of the reasons why I just want to switch to this way versus the way I was doing it before. It's so easy to see where the point of control is. And for me, like, certain things make sense, right? If I want price to react off of this level, why would I want the majority of the volume of my entry bar to be below the level I want it to react off of? If that makes sense. So I want it to be above because that kind of like strengthens the setup for me. And that happens a lot, where everything else can set up the exact way that I want it to, and it'll just be that one little thing. Was there no volume in what? Oh, it was the previous one. But I want to talk to y'all too. Follow the plan. Small red day better than a blown account. Absolutely. I can stop trading and then entertain y'all. Hell, that's what so many other people do. They'll be on for 8 damn hours and take 4 trades. I don't know. I don't mind doing that at some point. But at the same time, if I can get off of here an hour earlier, peace. See you tomorrow. But no, I want to maximize my time. I want to trade the most efficient way, which is why I trade during New York. As much as, you know, people feel like, oh, I get wicked out more in New York, which I understand, especially depending on your strategy. For me, if most of my volatility is going to be in that first 2 hours of the market being open, first 2.5 hours, then why do I need to trade the afternoon? Why do I need, like, I just want to be efficient. That's all. And if I was to do that, like get off earlier, I would get on right before the market opens, more than likely. That way I'm not just streaming for an hour. Because I've already told you guys, I do eventually want to start streaming earlier anyway. So that is coming at some point. At some point. But yeah, small red day. Well, this is a bigger red day than I would like. I don't like to be more than 250, but I got a lot of trades in today. So there's a lot of reviewing that I can do and going back and looking at things compared to the data that I do have so far. So that's been the thing this whole time. You got to just learn from your losses. That is so important. And that's why journaling is so important. So that's what I'll be doing. Mainly looking at the losses and comparing them to other trades to see if there's something that I can use to quantify to kind of make little minor tweaks. I just know that this strategy is not going to be even half as strict as my other one, which is good for my brain because I'm getting older and I cannot remember so many things. But I think I am going to have to redo the back test that I already did for last week's data. I'm going to have to redo that a little bit. I can already see that happening. All right, so this is an alternate divergence. But again, I'm not taking the complete counter trend at the moment. So I'll just draw the risk to reward and see what happens. 1,000. Now, based on my old way of trading, was this a setup? No, it wasn't a setup based off of my old way of trading. But again, I might just have to go back to my old style of trading just for the counter trend divergence only. Just kind of go from there. Oh, no. I don't like that trade actually. So yeah, see, that was a loss. So I'll look at that. That might be the only thing that I really carry forward from the other way of trading. I was initially interested in this buy, but I lost interest because I wanted the point of control to be in the wick. We got 4 minutes left. And you can see that would have been a loss if I would have gotten into it. Do I chance the trade? It's another pin bar, which is what I just dealt with back here. That lost. Except this time the point of control is in the wick, so it's a little bit different. We do have a second weak level. Oh, and now we changed the zigzag to red, so. Keeps me company since I'm alone during the day. I feel you. That's why when I'm not busy and doing other stuff, I will keep other streamers up even throughout the day, since they do trade for so damn long. She can come on to keep us company, or perhaps start to do more voice trading on Discord. Lots of business for her. Ooh, online safety. You trying to put me to work? What? No, but you guys are gonna see me earlier in the day now. Probably starting next week. Don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to it. But that's the goal. It's to start next week. We ain't gonna create no kind of tussle, especially with trenches. Mr. She always late. But yeah, eventually. I don't know if I would ever run a Discord though. But I've also told you guys I don't even know if I'll ever teach either. Besides maybe putting a couple of videos together on YouTube just for general stuff. But yeah, YouTube might be the only community that I build, probably. I don't know yet, but we'll see. All right, let me take a picture of the accounts dashboard, and then let me go into the trade performance so I can tell you guys the exact stats. Why does it always pull it over to the left? That's so weird. Stop doing that. All right, now it's centered. I don't know why it's been doing it the last couple of times. All right, let's pull up the stats. So I took 14 trades. We have 2 wins, 5 losses, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 break evens. Again, I know there's at least one trade that I missed. We had a couple of trades where I definitely should have been filled, and I don't know why I wasn't filled. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have as much of a data submission issue if I was hardwired, which I know most people will tell you to be hardwired. I'm gonna tell you the only reason why I'm not hardwired is because I don't want to get used to the fast submissions of being hardwired, and then when I'm on vacation, if I'm out of town, whatever, I'm not hardwired, and then I have a difference in the data submission. Now I probably will no matter what anyway, just because I have really fast internet, so I don't really feel like it's because I'm not hardwired. It could be, but who knows, whatever. But yeah, so still have almost $500 left in this account. Not too bad. I believe that I'm down, hold on, I'll go into the trade performance and I'll tell you for sure how much I'm down for the week. Let's see, trades analysis summary. So I'm down like just 336 for the week. So that's not much of a bother for me, because this is the way I see it. After 4 days, I'm down 336, but today I'm down 315. So basically all of my negative for the week just happened today, which is the day that I've taken the most trades. So the most important thing is to review those trades and go back and see what we can quantify and things like that. So I'm actually really happy with this week so far. For me to make a complete change in what I'm doing and only back test a week's worth of data and only be down $336 for the week, I'm going to say that that's a little win. Okay, now we'll see how tomorrow goes, but so far, so good. But yeah, I usually have someone on, even I don't agree with their trading or want to yell at them, but don't take yeah, I'm the same way. I feel you, because I'm about to have all of them open while I journal. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think so, you guys. My brain is fried and I'm ready to go to sleep. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day and good luck with the rest of your session if you're continuing to trade. Bye, guys.